I'm sure by now you've heard the news. The Second Thunders were tried for treason at Hideyoshi Palace not 3 days ago. According to shogunate officials, before fleeing the capital, the Thunders paid a visit to our beloved Emperor Jiro and slit his throat from ear to ear. Just one problem. They lied. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I would never lie to you, and you can trust every word I say. Facts are facts. As long as he's still breathing, Emperor Jiro's the Seventh Thunder. And if we're going to make a stand against Gaboro, we'll need Jiro on our side. And his dragon. Pagemaster Sawamatsu knows better than anyone. When the Shogun wants you to disappear, there's only one place they take you. Kasada Ishi, the Cursed Rock. That island prison is where we'll find Jiro. But if you think this will be easy, allow me to change your mind. Entering Kasada Ishi uninvited is a feat in and of itself, but getting inside is the easy part. Breaking someone out is next to impossible. If you want to put a blemish on Warden Hinata's perfect incarceration record, let's just say it's easier to swim up a waterfall. The prison walls are unbreachable. Originally constructed to be the Dragonfish's family estate, it's built into the side of a rocky cliff, 120 feet of sharp, unforgiving limestone, as cold as the warden's smile. At the main entrance, you'll find a freight elevator shaft built along an inclined tunnel into the mountain, with hydro-powered chains hoisting a single car from sea level to the top floor of the estate. If you're planning to waltz in through the front door with a wink and a nod, let's just say it's easier to swim up a waterfall. Maybe you'd prefer to go in through the back door. You'll have to dance around 3 guard tower spotlights in a coastal patrol vessel every half hour. If you get that far, you'll be looking at a 60-foot-high drainage spout spitting putrid sewage water out of the cliffside at 800 gallons per second. If you're thinking about swimming up a waterfall, let's just say it's easier to swim up a waterfall.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
Now pay attention, because this is important. The top of the plateau is called the Yard, the only place a prisoner might get a breath of fresh air, if they're lucky. All the while, they'll be surrounded by 8 to 10 guard towers, each with a clear shot at them. If you manage to make it to the Yard, congratulations. You're as far from Jiro as you could possibly be. Below ground are 4 subterranean levels stacked on top of each other. The deeper you go, the grimmer it gets, and the less likely you'll ever see the light of day again. That's where the warden's hounds can smell around every corner. That's where we're going. All the way to the bottom. To a place called the Spellhold.
Oh, what's the Spellhold?
The Spellhold is where you go when the dragons want the world to forget you ever existed. Only the most high-profile prisoners are kept there. I'm talking about some real nasty Wu-Gen, blood-crazed psychopaths. They toss them in the Spellhold, lock them up with some old-world magic, and throw away the key.
That's where Jiro will be.
Bingo. Just one more problem.
Let me guess. It's booby-trapped with 7 tons of explosives set to blow whenever a foot fetish banker and his pet mouse get within 100 feet of it? Am I in the ballpark?
I don't like your tone.
Just cut to the chase, bitch.
This is high-level magic. The Spellhold was devised by Pagemasters over 2 centuries ago with a single purpose: to ensure that nobody ever comes out. Getting in and out will take an army, or a crew with a very particular set of skills.
How many men do you need? 9? 10?
Everyone we need is standing right here. John Abbott. At this point, I've lost track of how many times this man has died. They say every time you pass over to the other side, you lose a part of yourself. But when the Red Abbot took a trip to the Void, he came back with a sunburn and a souvenir. Barnabas Willoughby, the temporal magician. Forget about mainframes, this guy can hack into time itself. If you're worried about his crane's broken wing, rest assured, his cock works like clockwork. Duck. You want to know his family name? He doesn't have one. Probably because he cut off his family's heads and fed them to his birds. If you're breaking into the highest security prison in Mikado, it's a good idea to bring a guy who knows how to disappear. Ragnar Bird. He's the muscle and the brain. He's the only guy I know who could crawl through a mile of rotten fish and come out clean on the other side. Macklin Tide. Ever heard of Siegfried and Roy? Me neither. I made those names up. But if the Gaijin Pep rained enough to blast us into Kasaraishi, the Iron Tiger could send us through with a single shout. He's got a voice that could command a stone wall to step aside. Lady Kokoro. You ever meet a woman so down bad you think I would tear the scrotum off my own gooch just to use her tampon as a teabag? Anyway, she's a hell of a shot. Fukashi. If you look in the encyclopedia between black-eyed peas and bladder, you won't find nothing. That's because the black paws don't exist. Kengo. One of the few men who faced the Second Thunders in open combat and lived to tell the tale. There's a reason they call him untouchable. When it comes to cracking locks, he's the one who knocks. Wanako the Beast. He sits atop a legacy the size of a mountain, though it's really more of a volcano, just waiting to explode. Page Master Sawamatsu. He's old as fuck. Then there's me, Ocean, leader of the whole operation.
Hey, what about me?
Mori, you can be the fall guy.
What does that mean?
It means you'll be remembered as a hero.
Son of a bitch. I'm in.